Pity the poor fool that doesn't tune in to Legends of Tarot. Just kidding. Thank you for tuning in. And for those of you that don't know that impersonation, that is Mr. T is B.A. Baracus from that old 80s show, The A-Team. And I feel free to express that because it is April Fool's Day, and he was famous for pity the fool, and it's just something that makes me smile. All right, it is April Fool's Day, or All Fool's Day as it's known, April 1st. All right, we're coming into and it happens on a Monday. And in the Legends portion, let's just talk about the legend of April Fool's Day or All Fool's Day. The reason why, where did it come from? Why is it that, right? And it's because after the 1600s, they adjusted the calendar, the Gregorian calendar. Like these dailies are based on the Gregorian calendar that came in. And for those of you that have been tuning in, all that we've talked through in March with, like daylight savings time, leap year type stuff, the Ides of March, Julius Caesar, Mark Antony, and Cleopatra, they were really they didn't know how to tell time very accurately, and they still don't. But they were actually closer in the 1600s. And All Fool's Day, or April Fool's Day, people that forgot that this Gregorian calendar marked January 1st instead of March 25th as their actual New Year's Day. Like back in the day, they had it more aligned with the astrological New Year, right? The new moon in Aries, right? Or a week of partying that happened around the 25th and lasted till April Fool's Day. And for those that were still doing that, partying on for a week after, astrological New Year or something more closer aligned to that, they were called fools for not remembering, hey, New Year's Day is actually on January 1st, right? It's not this time anymore. Excuse me. So that's where all that came from. And the All Fools part of that came from more just to play on All Saints Day or November 1st, the day after Halloween and that kind of thing. So there were seasonal implications and still everything going on with time controversy and it being sort of that fourth dimensional breakthrough of the matrix that you need once you can dissolve it and command it and reach the higher energies and tune in and receive downloads, whatever that you do with the new energy. Because we've kind of shattered these aspects of time, right? And speaking of time, I'm going to get on with it. The time, the moment is now. I feel that with this new moon that's coming up, there's going to be reminiscing almost. We're going to be looking at what we've overcome, the adversity that whether we passed or failed, especially if that we have failed, because it is great wisdom to see one's own past folly, right? And if it sticks out in your mind, maybe it's something serious, you can always be applying that knowledge and say, am I still on track for this promise that I made to myself, or recognizing bad energy that I don't want to align with? There's going to be a lot of stepping into that. There's a lot of interesting neat conjunctions that are going on that are also going to be contributing to that, I feel. And we'll talk more about those tomorrow, which is the day on which most of those conjunctions happen. But let's focus on April Fool's Day. Let's ask tarot, right? Because the Fool, we'll see if the Fool comes up. Card number 0 of the major arcana. I don't know. The feeling on this one is that people could be acting foolish. Actually, this is happening on a Monday. People will be into self for good or bad. Hopefully you're dealing with more awakened community, and if you happen to not be, I empathize with you there, but you could find yourself empathizing with those fools who are just acting foolish. I feel there'll be a level of need to be protection to not get caught up in rumors or people wanting to pull you into energy that can get you off track on this day. And it'll start very subtly, almost like this is this person is a good person, right? But it's just oh man, that old tattoo on your arm that says that was a bad decision. That's that's coming to the forefront, okay? So let's see what's going on. Let's cut these tarot up and let's see what's happened. Well wishes to everyone. As always on this channel, I want to wish you the best in health, prosperity, bliss, and abundance. Today we might find ourselves talking a little bit about failure as we strive for success, but what a great teacher. There's nothing to be learned in success, right? There's no heroes are born of entitlements. It takes rock bottom. It takes, it takes a higher intuition, a higher calling. And here we have it, the 8 of Swords. We mentioned it. You don't want to align with this as someone coming up to you and being like, poor me, or, oh, I'm feeling really bummed out. I really see this card as you wanting to help someone out of this situation. And also, if you have 99 good things that are going right for you, that one thing that's going wrong should not be an obstacle. It should never be an obstacle. Remember to broaden your focus. You don't want to be blind like the lady in the Eight of Swords. You want to broaden your focus. You want to see the bigger picture, the wider thing, the macro effect of everything, and even if it is butterfly effect. So you can be in realizations of options, opportunities, and even maybe a graceful path to circumnavigate someone that's wanting to pull you into their own melodrama. Okay? All right, let's see what else. Dude, it happened. There he is, the Fool. What a cool supporting card. I like it when tarot kind of like, I'm going to bounce it back and see how quick. You know, it's great to see this card up because this is a day to have fun. Practical jokes, things like that or otherwise. But this almost reminds me of like Alan Watts saying, you need, well, not verbatim, not to quote him, to paraphrase him, you need to be moving with everything instead of standing and trying and watch it all go by. Because if you stand there and you try and watch it all go by, it's going to grate on you. It's going to be the wind that pushes the Fool over the cliff. Unless he decides that, hey, he's going to go with the wind, you know, he's going to go like, for a long trip, a long walk over a short dock is sort of, and the feeling on this day is like, I would like it if you can align with this energy in a way that you can pull humor for health at any time that is at your disposal, right? We talked yesterday a bit about what's all in your bag of tricks for aligning and manifesting energies, and we're at where we might be pulling out of that little bag that the Fool carries around with him another trick that helps us be in remembrance to stay moving with the energy. It's good to be the silent witness, let the silent witness take over to allow it all to happen, but you don't want to be like that permanent witness where everything goes by you, and it's because it can be very risky, and it can at times end up being very painful or very it's discomforting when we're out of alignment, right? And it's Monday, so root chakra energy, so that's good support to have in your yoga doing, in your yoga actions and meditations. Make sure you're envisioning those roots, your roots going deep, deep down into the earth, and make sure you start off the week with a solid foundation, meditation or practice, Tai Chi, whatever it might be, of grounding, right? And allow it to be your focus, because feeling is you may need it. It might help you set some other health goals, such as workout routine and diet through the week, okay? All right, let's see what we can get up for these cards. We'll go into, all right, it spit this one and held on to this one, so we're going to take them both. All right, let's start with this one, because this one is easier for me to tap into at the time. We have got the King of Fire. We have got this Aries karmic energy that is moving through. And just when you think, okay, I mastered that, I've become an awareness of it, I put it to the side, you need to be on guard. You need to remain vigilant. The King of Wands, or the King of Fire, is one of the most vigilant kings. He will hold vigil over a situation because of the passion or the desire behind it to see it through to fruition or pull it into manifestation. So, and it goes, you can see, and you may find you're grounding yourself even to the level where it's like engage with the sacral chakra in your meditations as well. Let's look at creativity and let's look at vigilance over anything that detracts, right? And the pursuit of passion at the forefront as well with this card. And be careful. Old karmas, they're old karmas for a reason. No karma is the best karma, right? And when you live in the now and you stay aware, make sure at this time you're not getting pulled into anything that gets you off your best path to becoming the happiest and most blissed out person that you can be. Thanks, King of Fire. All right. We've got another 8 up here, and it's the 8 of Swords again, the 8 of Air, okay? Maybe you just need to tell somebody something. Somebody needs to get something off their chest. Somebody needs to finally say what they've been feeling or finally reveal some sort of hidden thing or hidden truth, right? And be careful what you hear on this day. Somebody might also be just playing a joke on you, right? Like this victim mentality. It can hit on so many different levels. Maybe somebody just jumps out of the closet and scares you, and they get a good ha-ha or a chuckle over it. But it is really like you want, I feel, to voice. You don't want to dance around anybody or anything. You want to be able to use your voice, and it's an important one because that broadening of perspective, it's going to give you options. Your options can manifest new thought forms that can come out in the form of communication. Mercury and Neptune, and I believe Venus, are all playing a part of this conjunction that's coming up tomorrow. So this is kind of like brace yourself, fool, like kind of energy, like preparing for ludicrous speed kind of thing. It's a quick moving energy. The fire now has a lot of air behind it, with eight of air coming behind it. So there will be those people where it's kind of like, where's your control, where's your self-disciplines, those kinds of things, right? But it's, if you are aligned with an energy of help and empathy on this day, you can make this energy will benefit you. This energy will assist you. It's not the Eight of Swords. It's like, it's all about it's all about how you become aware to it and align with it. All right. And on that, I will bid you adieu and a happy April Fool's Day. Okay, see you tomorrow.